Hello, everybody. So, May is horror month, and it's quite cool that actually I can say in this month that I've just watched one of the most impressive horror films that I've seen in a long time, and I've just been blown away by it. So, I want to talk about it. So, I don't do that many film reviews on this channel, but when I'm really impressed with the film, I want to talk about it. So this will rank among those others that go in the playlist. But as I said, it's quite nice that it's a horror film, and we're talking about horror this month. So Sinners, it's only been out for a little while. It's directed by Ryan Coogler, who has made a name for himself with the Black Panther films and the Creed films. And the direction in this film, the way that the film is set up, the pacing, the cinematography, the way that he must have directed the actors, it's just absolutely brilliant. Really, really impressive. And to go alongside that, before I start talking about the actors and all that kind of thing, the music, the score in this film is fantastic. He always uses Ludwig Göransson, and Ludwig Göransson is a fantastic composer, and he has basically used the setting of this film, which is 1930s America, and there's definitely a huge, strong, consistent element of the blues through the whole thing, and his score is seeped in the blues as well. And just straight away, I was thinking, oh, I'm loving the music, like as it was developing and in the early part of the film before it got really intense and that you were introduced to the characters and the plot was building. The music was phenomenal, but really, really good at scene setting as well. So the music was really important for that. But besides the music score, there were these amazing musical moments as well. So some of the characters sang. The whole plot was built around a big juke joint that was being built by these two black gangster brothers, twin brothers, played by Michael B. Jordan. They were creating this juke joint, and because they were creating this, there was obviously live music in there, and that became a big part of it as well. And one of the characters that, two of the characters in particular, Delroy Lindo was in it, which is really cool, and he was playing a blues man. But there was another guy that was another character that was played by Miles Caton, and he was really strong in the film, and he was a great blues performer, and he has a few moments in the film as well where he's playing it. So it's a real celebration of the blues, besides being this incredible horror film as well. And that's a really nice element of it, and kind of a unique element as well. So I won't tell you too much about the plot, but that's what's been set up at the beginning, that these two brothers have come back to where they come from originally after being in Chicago, and they've bought this mill from this white man who's clearly a Klan member. They know it, and he kind of denies it at the beginning. But the Klan do feature in this film, so there is this very, I was going to say light social commentary. That's not true. The social commentary is strong, but it doesn't dominate the film. So it has social commentary that race does get discussed in the film, and the Klan are in it in various ways, but it's done within the context of the story really well. So it doesn't dominate the film from that aspect. What dominates the film is the plot and the characters. It's rich in character. There's about, I don't know, a dozen characters that are well fleshed out in this film. So it's kind of an ensemble cast without having lots and lots of really immensely famous people in it. There are a few famous people in it, but the characters create this ensemble cast, and that's a big feature of the film. The plot's a big feature of the film, and the horror aspect as that develops, which I won't tell you what that is in case if you don't know. It's nice to go in blind, so I won't say too much about that, but I will say that it's kind of getting intense before that happens anyway, with the character interactions and the atmosphere that's built up. It creates this intensity anyway. And there are lots of foreshadowing moments as well. There's a framework around the film that foreshadows what's going to happen as well, which is really well done. But the way that the tension is built is really clever, and again, kind of built around character. So that's another impressive thing about the film. But honestly, I don't want to say anything more about the plot, but I will say, if you are intrigued by a horror film set in the 1930s with a predominantly black cast that has that social commentary in it, it's so well done. It's so brilliantly made. It's so intense, and it's just beautifully created. And I would recommend that you see it. It's totally blown me away. It's definitely one of the best films I've seen for a long time, but it's definitely one of the best horror films I've seen for a long time. And it's definitely, it does everything that the plot requires it to do. There's no moment where it shies away from anything. There's no moment when the film doesn't live up to the plot. There's one moment in the film which I wasn't completely sold on, but I absolutely get it, and it's kind of a thematic thing, but it took me away from the setting for a moment. So if you've seen the film, you might know what I'm talking about. But it kind of won me over because it was quite a long scene, and that won me over anyway. But there's just so many great elements of it, and the way that the plot develops, and how it all comes together and how it all kicks off is just brilliant. But music's such a big part of it, which is a great thing for me. When the music's at the heart of a film, then that always strengthens the film, but it's done so well. And it's on both sides as well. So there's some great moments in the mill during the party, the kind of the event. There's lots of great moments in that. There's some great moments in the build-up beforehand with these characters. But actually also there's some fantastic music moments with the villains as well. So I won't say anything more about that. But that's also great as well. And there's a really nice cameo at the end, which I whispered to my wife, I'm sure that's blah, blah, blah. And then it came up in the credits. I was like, I knew it was, which is a really nice touch. And yeah, it's just amazing. Go and see it if you can. Go to the cinema if you can, because it will be far more powerful in the cinema. And, you know, a friend of mine said publicly on here relatively recently that all new films suck. This one absolutely doesn't. And I keep being impressed by these things that come out recently. But this was phenomenal. I really think that this will appeal to anybody who likes horror films and intelligent films with something to say as well. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Stay curious.